everybody. This is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with an update video. Before I get into that, just want to remind everybody Plastic City Comic Con's coming up July 20th, 2024. We just announced that we're going to have an exclusive Archie comic at the show, a couple of them actually, and then possibly a third one, but we'll update you guys as we find out info. We got a huge list. This is going to be an awesome show. Look at this vendor list. It's going to be great. And then also check out my website, heroenvy.com, for all my comic stuff. You can also hire me as a letterer under the tab here. Just reach out to me. I'd love to letter your next project. All right. So, well, first of all, I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day, because this video is going to drop on Memorial Day night. But yeah, I wanted to jump on here to just give you an update on all my comic projects, including Mighty Mascots and a few other ones that I'm working on. And just kind of, so usually the first half of the year, a lot of my time is tied up with Plastic City Comic Con. Because if you've been to my show, you guys know that it's a big undertaking. It's we have like over 150 tables, so it's a lot of work putting together and make sure it's a successful event, down to getting all the guests, booking everything, doing all the promotion, and I traveled to so many comic book stores to drop off flyers and things like that. So the first half of the year is always kind of a lot going on, especially with that. But as soon as Plastic City is behind me, I plan on jumping right onto my comic stuff. I've been on the side writing Mighty Mascots number 10. So that is, I've gone through it a couple times. I'm probably on the third draft now. It's kind of a milestone for me. I've never had 10 issues before. So, in a row of like a series. So this is really cool. So I'm thinking like this number 10, I'll probably have it. It's probably going to be double size. I may do a backup story in this, and I may also include a bunch of pinups, and we'll probably crowdfund it as well. I have no idea when I launch something like that. Maybe, definitely want to try to launch it before the end of the year. So hopefully like late fall, early winter, maybe. I would like to get it up by September, October at the latest, but we'll see what happens, and if I have to scooch it over to next year, I will, but I'm going to try to avoid that, but yeah, no, I just definitely want to. And if you guys have read up to issue 9, issue 10 is going to be kind of a resolving issue of all the events from 8 and 9. So I figured it'll be double sized, and I got someone I'd like to work with on a backup story. So if I could get all that together after Plastic City, it'd be great. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. Another thing I'm kind of working on, and it depends how much time I have between lettering projects and doing this channel and things like that. But I want to finally go back to Kid Switch, which is a series I started, maybe back in 2015, maybe something like that, or 2014. I produced the first issue, and it was originally conceived as a 4-issue miniseries, and number 1 is complete. And I started to do number 2 because the script is done for 2 and 3. And I started to do number 2 with a different artist. My first issue artist, had a kid and is very busy. He's got a lot of stuff going on with his personal life and his art life. I'd love to have him back, but it's just too much for him. And so I had hired another artist, and it seems like it got started and then just never, got beyond like 3 or 4 pages. So I probably gonna be looking to go back to the well and find a different artist. So we'll see what happens. But I'd love to get that one finished and in the can so I can make a paperback of it. and it's a good story. I kind of wish I had finished it a while ago because it has to do with multiverses, and I feel like in 2014 that wasn't a thing, and now I feel like people are kind of sick of multiverse stories. But uh, mine is a little unique, and it's kind of combines multiverse, universal type things with like a Ben 10 kind of you know character, like or a concept, I should say. And I just always wanted to do like an all ages, like teen superhero, like I don't know, like Billy Batson or something. So Kid Switch was my way to do it. And like I said, I have issues 2 and 3 written, and I think half of 4 before I stopped and went on to the Mighty Mascots stuff. And then Mighty Mascots took off, and then I kind of was left all these other projects behind. I probably won't do anything new with Swamp Tales. Like Swamp Tales is all me, and it's more comic strip based. So it's like the stuff you see in the newspapers, like Garfield or Calvin and Hobbes. But I think I'd like to do more of those strips sometime. And maybe down the road, if I can just carve out extra time in the week to like draw strips and letter everything and things like that. But right now, that one's kind of self-contained, and I can do that whenever I want, which is kind of good. But the trade paperback collects the 3 issues I've done, and that's good for now. I don't see me doing much with Reckless Chronicles this year either, which is the anthology series I started. You can see all this stuff at heroenvy.com. Each of these series has a tab of its own. So if you want to see what comics I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, I'm not planning on going back to that well. And then the other thing that stinks about Reckless Chronicles is this one of the stories in it was Mighty Mascots. So if I do go back to Reckless Chronicles, I'll probably do a different story and take the mascots completely out of that one, since it's got its own title now, so. And then I'm also outlining another project that's been burning a hole in my brain. um I Yeah, I've been toying around with the title and things like that, but I really like this one, and I want to get that one going as well. So my plan is, keep Mighty Mascots the premier title, and start working on some of these other series I'd like to either finish or start, so that's my plan after Plastic City Comic Con, and to probably do if at least get one crowdfunding campaign up and going, and that's probably going to be Mighty Mascots. I toyed around with the idea of crowdfunding, you know 2 different books at the same time on the same campaign, but I just don't think, after talking to a few people, I decided against it because I think it could be too confusing. Yeah, so there's a kind of a project updates for me. I've been working on a ton of lettering, so that's been kind of pulling my time, and I've been working part-time in my real life, so anytime I get a lettering job, I kind of stop what I'm doing, and it becomes like, let's do this lettering job and make some money. So hopefully I'll have enough time after Plastic to just, I think I will, because I'm going to make time to finish, get Mighty Mascots going. And also I'll probably do some more videos chronicling. I already started one about like scripting comics, but once I get into like the thumbnail stage and things like that, I'll probably make a video on that, on how I do it and things like that, to kind of, if you just need to see, maybe people will want to check that out, so. But any questions about anything coming up, definitely hit me up. I would love to hear from you guys. And also I want to thank everybody out there for helping the channel get up to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And I'm glad you're enjoying our live streams. They are a lot of fun, I gotta admit. I love to just host them and just sit back and let the chaos go. But that we've been having more tangent kind of talks where we talk about other things in pop culture, but we still kind of bring it right back down to comics and talk to creators and things like that. So we're still like in our roots, but we're trying to branch out a little bit, I guess, so. But all right, everybody, like I said, have a great Memorial Day. I hope yours was awesome, and we'll talk to you later. And most importantly, read some comics. All right, thanks everybody.